Howdy everyone. Welcome to This Old Vegan. My name is Merlene Vassell, and in this video I'm going to introduce you to Henry. He's a huge Maine Coon cat who I rescued from a shopping mall parking lot when he was just a kitten. I hope you'll enjoy his story. Back in November 2012, I drove to the mall at Prince George's to return some items and pick up a few things. While walking from the parking lot to the mall, I heard what sounded like a cat meowing. I looked around and didn't see a cat anywhere, so I figured it was a bird or a baby or just my imagination. After I made my returns, I realized that I left my canvas shopping bags in the car. I debated for a moment whether I should go and get them. Finally, my concern for the environment won out over my tendency to be lazy, so I went back to my car. Once there, I distinctly heard soft but persistent meowing. I began looking around. Under the car next to mine, I spotted a tabby kitten, small, dirty, and obviously scared. I tried to get him to come to me, but he moved deftly beneath the cars. Finally, he ran under a white hybrid Nissan next to an empty space. While I continued to try to coax him out, an SUV approached to park next to the Nissan. Before the vehicle entered the space, a teenage girl jumped out to move a pumpkin that someone had left there. I asked her to make sure her mother was careful parking the SUV because there was a cat under the next car. I was afraid the kitten would run out and get run over. Well, both the young woman and her mother were cat lovers, and they immediately pitched in to help me. The mother, I'll call her Mom, went into the mall to buy some cat food and a toy to try to lure the kitten from his hiding place. The teenager stayed on the other side of the car so that she and I could catch him if he came out. Another woman, Jennifer, saw us and came over to help. She happened to be a cat behavioralist who had worked for years in animal shelters. Unbelievable luck. Unfortunately, the kitten decided to climb up into the area of the car under the engine. The teenager got a flashlight from her SUV and was able to spot the kitten in the engine bed. Mom came back with the cat food, and we put some under the car near the engine. For what seemed like a long time on a chilly November day, we watched and waited. The kitten continued to meow, but didn't come out. We decided to page the owner of the car inside the mall. We wanted him to open the hood, and hopefully we could reach the kitten that way. Mom agreed to go back into the mall to take care of this. Before mall security had a chance to page the owners, I saw a couple walking toward us, looking at the Nissan. I asked them if it was theirs, and they said yes. When we explained that there was a kitten in the engine bed, the man was concerned that he had been driving around that way. We assured him that wasn't the case, and he was extremely relieved. When he popped the hood, we were disappointed to find that all of the parts in the engine area were so close together that there was no way to reach in and get the kitten. We would have to find another way. The man got on his cell phone to see if he could get a friend to pick him and his companion up so they could leave the car parked there. We didn't have to convince him to change his plans for the sake of the cat. He didn't want to harm that small life. Meanwhile, I suggested that we step back from the car and wait for the kitten to come out to get something to eat. Everyone stepped back a bit. I stooped down at the rear of the car and watched. After maybe 10 minutes, I saw a little paw and then a face peeking out from under the engine. The kitten came out but was frightened and moved to the other side of the car. I rushed over there hoping to catch him, but he climbed back up under the engine. Again, we waited quietly and were rewarded when he made another attempt to get some food. Jennifer grabbed him. He was safe and unharmed. We put the kitten, along with the food, in a box in the trunk of my car, and I brought him home. It's hard for me to believe that this happened 10 years ago. I still consider Henry to be my kitten, even though he is the equivalent of a 56-year-old man. With his extra fingers, he's goofy and a little clumsy, and he easily made friends with all of my cats over the years. Back in 2012, Henry brought a diverse group of people together to help him, a completely unexpected experience that made me really believe that most people are good at heart. Henry seems to bring out the best in everyone. Well, that's Henry. He's goofy and funny, and I still think of him as a kitten, even though he's gotten to be an old man. I hope you enjoyed meeting him. Please tell me what you think in the comments. I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.